Hey guys, I'm Rob.
And this is Josh, and we are The Update.
The newly named update.
The newly named Update. All right, jumping right in, new releases that are coming out or that have come out in the past week here. We have, for Xbox One, we have Dirt 4, which I recently actually played Dirt 3, and it's a cool racing game. It's like racing sim meets
arcade style,
and I really liked it.
Okay, so I'm excited for Dirt 4 because Codemasters has been doing really well with their games.
Yeah.
Like F1 2015 was horrible, but they redeemed themselves with 2016. So I'm excited for Dirt 4.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Dirt, out of all the racing games I've played in my entire life, Dirt is definitely up there, top 2 easily. Maybe behind like Need for Speed Underground for like PS2 or something.
Yeah.
What else we got coming out here? We have let's see, anything else nifty looking?
Arms is coming out soon.
Oh yeah, Arms for the Switch. It's coming out on June 16th. Forgot about the game. It's like the Spring Arm. It's like their newer version of what is that called? Knockout, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, where they've had it for like every single say just upgrading it.
I think it's pretty much it. We talked about Tekken last week.
Yeah, that's about it. Those are really our only two exciting ones. We do have Tekken 7 that came out at the beginning of the month.
Wipeout Omega Collection is coming on PS4.
Oh, the Minecraft Switch edition will also be coming out. It'd be interesting to see how that'll be. May 11th. I totally forgot it's June.
Failing hardcore.
Interesting.
Awesome.
All right. So that's what we got here. We have Dirt 4, which should be pretty promising. Arms, which is, I mean, get excited for that.
I'm excited for Arms. How are you not excited for anything, Nintendo?
All right. Here we go on the next one here.
So, we just ended with WWDC, which is the Worldwide Developers Conference, and Apple did some pretty cool stuff. But E3 is coming up next week. So on Tuesday of next week, we're going to have E3 taking place. So if you guys are not there for that, definitely check that out. If you guys are in Los Angeles, I would definitely recommend checking it out, getting tickets. But we're going to jump into our first article, which is AMD and NVIDIA released graphic cards for Bitcoin mining. We've actually seen a surge in Bitcoin mining recently.
Which is strange, because it's not a new thing.
Well, no, but like...
That's just odd to me.
I don't understand what happened. Bitcoin is surging, and I think there's a new cryptocurrency that's like increasing, and that's why we have the AMD cards. Like all the 500 series AMD cards are scarce right now. Like they're really hard to find.
Yeah.
And that's because of this. Like because we have people and Bitcoin mining. I don't understand it because it was at least 2 or 3 years into Bitcoin that mining with GPUs became inefficient.
Yeah, because I remember the best Bitcoin miners when it first came out were just people who had really powerful GPUs that they were not using.
They literally had like 8 GPUs in the system,
yeah.
And then it became like you needed ASICs to do it. But like I guess now, we've seen a lot of efficiency increase in these cards, so it might be getting in the realm of like actually usable again, or there might be a new cryptocurrency that works better with graphic cards.
I mean the whole like secret like weird currencies like Bitcoin. There's a couple other ones. That is just above my head. Like I don't understand how it just makes.
My favorite is Dogecoin. Have you guys seen that?
I have seen Dogecoin.
It makes no. It's just Bitcoin, but with Doge. Oh, we have a
It's actually
visitor.
worth quite a bit.
Visitor
we have
time.
Visitor.
Oh boy,
He brought food.
Very bribing.
that means you're allowed to come in.
In the middle of the show.
What's the password? I
You're
brought
welcome.
food. Come on in.
Welcome, Tim, our conspiracy theorist for the day.
Yep. So
we have our hosts. We have our conspiracy theorists and our IT.
Our IT developer.
So yeah, but like as a whole, like I just don't understand how it became a thing. Like how just your computer solving really confusing algorithms
It's like printing money.
gives you money. Like I don't understand
It's
that.
like printing money.
doesn't make sense to me.
Anyone can do it.
Right? No, it's such a weird topic. It's a weird topic.
So yeah, but yeah, that explains why there's a scarcity in G500 series AMD cards right now. I just thought that it was funny. All right, next topic.
Next topic here is Riot Games is selling League of Legends franchises out where they they basically are helping teams make money from League of Legends itself. Okay, they're franchising out.
That face though. I like this idea because it gives
I can't zoom in any further.
It does two things while you're trying to zoom in on his face. One, it gives more money back to the teams, so there's less risk to actually compete. And two, it gives money to anyone that wants to buy a spot to actually stream it. So like Fox News, there's no risk for Fox News. There's still risk, but there's less risk for Fox News to stream it. If they stream it and nobody watches it and all the advertising tanks, then they still get something back from it.
Yes. Another thing is that they put a $10 million like you have to buy it with $10 million to start a team up. So and then that effectively like rules out some people who just want to like get their friends together and be like, hey, let's start a team.
Well, but think about it.
It also allows like professional teams like traditional sports like the NFL and baseball and stuff like that. And this is something that Blizzard actually did with or is starting with their game Team Fortress 3 or whatever it's called. And
You mean Overwatch?
No. But yeah, it's an interesting idea. It kind of making it very similar to like the actual sports of today, like the NFL, hockey, crap like that.
And I mean the Challenger series, I think like you could get 5 people that are really good and play together, get to Challenger and like to have like that minor league version of it.
Yeah, that's
and like then
what
someone's like Samsung's like, all right, this team's really good. Let's sign them.
So the way it works already, okay, you have the LCS series. Okay, this is just for North America, and then you also have the Championship series. Okay,
yeah,
or whatever, Challenger Championship. I think it's called Championship Series.
League Championship.
But it's
series.
basically the Championship Series is basically the minor leagues. Okay.
Yeah.
If a team falls out of relegation within the LCS, okay, I think they have 10 teams.
Yeah.
They can drop down in, and then somebody else will take their spot from the Championship Series. This is also
That's very Wild West-esque. I understand the franchise thing now.
Yes, but what they're going to do now is you can't just freaking make up a team. Just be like, hey, we got a new team. We're together. We're going to go into the LCS. And then they get lucky and win a couple games.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're in the LCS, and they're like, we didn't spend any money.
That's true.
Woo! And then, but
it reminds me of that one team that they banned because it was a NSFW site.
Are you talking about the Pornhub team?
Yeah, it wasn't Pornhub, but it was another site like Pornhub. So
yeah,
there's only like one
them.
or two other sites like Pornhub. So
yeah, I don't know of any others.
I mean, you found one. Anyways, back into hardware, and this is actually a trend we've seen a lot, is those external GPU boxes. So HP's getting in on this. HP's really pushing the Omen stuff, and I think it looks okay. I like their logo, but the skewed cube design. Who came up with that?
I've seen like this. I've seen things like that. Asus has their like super ultra slim. Looks like a little modem.
Yeah, it looks just as stupid as this.
This one's bigger, actually. I'm pretty sure.
But I mean, like these. I don't like these designs. They remind me of console killers, and I hate those to begin with.
Wait, what is it?
It's pronounced console.
Console killers.
He did it.
Dude, wow.
I'm just gonna say it slowly every time we say it. I'm gonna sound retarded.
What is a console killer? What do you mean?
A console killer is a computer.
Someone who murders a council of people.
One Jedi Order later.
So,
council killer is Darth Vader.
I get
Annie.
comment after comment about how I have a stutter on YouTube, and then this shit.
Initiate Order 66.
Anyways, it is a small computer about the size of an Xbox or PS4.
Okay, yeah.
That's more powerful and cheaper.
Basically, that's what this is. Then.
But yeah, this is supposed to be like you buy a laptop, you buy a gaming laptop, and then you connect this to it to get better specs out of it.
Ooh.
I don't like. Okay, so like,
where's the motherboard?
There is no motherboard. All it is a GPU.
Really?
It's a power supply, a graphics card, and then like maybe extra memory for some of them, or maybe like that's it. It's a
That's where they get you. It says Omen.
I know.
Buy it.
Hey, if you scroll back up, I believe there's a hard drive in there.
Yes, some of them.
There is a hard drive.
So
yeah.
like Razer Core is a hub. It has a graphics card, it has a hard drive in it, and it has like extra input output ports that you connect your blade to it, and then you get all these USB things. Basically, like the idea that someone would use this for is this sits on your desk at home, and one cable plugs into your laptop, and that runs a monitor and peripherals and all that stuff. And then you unplug that one cable, and you take your laptop with you. That's
not
what
bad.
they've kind of like been designing these for.
This would be, I don't know, if you do a lot of moving and you need like a really BA system, I could see it.
Yeah.
It's like lugging around like the
So, like-
microwave that's underneath of us right now. that is that entire computer that we're
Hey,
running.
don't insult my computer.
I mean, like, for the normal person, I don't see a use for this.
No. I definitely see, because normal people are just gonna buy like
A desktop.
an overpowered laptop.
Oh, yeah.
Because desktops people don't even buy anymore.
True.
It's only like the people that build desktops. I feel like desktop sales.
But, like,
are just
this is aimed at gamers, okay?
yeah.
So, gamers are either going to build a desktop or buy a laptop.
Right.
Even the most expensive, like, you can spend $3,000 on a laptop that can play A-plus
Right.
AAA games. Or you can buy a decent $650 Omen gaming laptop, which plays Grand Theft Auto at medium settings very well, but if you try to play ultra settings, it plays it like crap.
Another thing you can think about with this is this you could open up. Right?
Yeah, you can
we
change
could
it
open
out.
this up and we can change this out. With a laptop, that's really difficult. Like, it's not as easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like,
especially your normal person that's like, I really want to get into gaming.
Yeah.
But I don't want something that's going to be dead in 3 years. So then the guy at Best Buy is like, hey, you should buy this.
Yeah.
And
It
I could
provides an upgrade
actually
path.
see that. I could see that
As someone that, like...
with portable upgradability rather than
yeah.
a
But I think,
huge
like,
case that.
The problem I see with this is it finds that niche market of that person that wants a laptop but wants to play games at a
Yeah.
higher level.
Yeah.
And that's a very small market, because
Yeah.
then you have people that are just like, well, I'm just going to buy a desktop and then buy a cheap laptop to use on the go.
It's like a really fine market because
Or
because people are,
you have streamers who are like, I'm going to spend $3,000 on this laptop, but I'm also going to have a $8,000 computer.
yeah, exactly, like it's like a really tiny market because you have, like, if you're say you're a PC gamer and you just build your own desktop and you never go anywhere, you don't
Yeah.
go anywhere, you just stay at home, you don't have any need for this at all.
Exactly.
Okay? Say you're a student that dabbles in gaming a little bit, you're just gonna buy a laptop because you don't know shit about anything. Like, you're just gonna and then this is like that market of like, I really like going to LAN parties, but I don't want to carry my giant case, so I have this little box. You know,
This little box.
Asus does have a kind of something that's similar, but it isn't interchangeable as far as GPUs. They have their water-cooled laptop, which
Yeah.
runs at 1080,
yeah.
and it's underclocked when it's undocked. And
But
when you
it's-
dock it to the water cooler, it unlocks it to a full desktop
But you
GPU.
dock it to the water cooler.
Yes, this giant thing
But
that
it
you would leave
weighs
at home
almost 20 pounds.
Whoa.
with the dock on it.
No, without the dock.
Oh,
it was
even-
like
okay.
It was like 16 pounds without the dock.
That's not that bad.
You walk around with the laptop, and you set it down. You
And it uses 2 power cables.
yeah, oh yeah, it's super powerful. It's got a desktop processor and a
You
desktop
could almost
GPU.
say it's doubly as powerful.
It's doubly as
And it's
powerful.
literally
Doobly.
Doobly.
400 times the size of a MacBook Pro.
Yeah, but if you're gaming and you buy a MacBook Pro, you're doing something wrong.
That's true.
You're gonna you like open up Steam, you're like, why can't I play any of these games?
I saw that once at Gamers for Giving. It was in our row.
That's almost as bad as someone trying to game on Linux.
Pretty sure we brought him there with us.
Wait, was it Danny? Was it that ginger we know?
That ginger friend. That's how we're gonna refer to him, as the ginger friend.
The ginger friend. This is funny.
This is an interesting article I found on Kotaku.
Another love-hate thing about gaming.
Yes, collectibles. This is called the 10 Commandments of Video Game Collectibles.
What is that image? That's from a movie,
No,
isn't
that's
it?
Jesus right there.
That's not Jesus.
No, that's a candid photo
You mean
of
Moses,
Jesus.
right?
No, Jesus. Moses, Jesus.
We are not politically correct on this show, just so you know.
Anyway,
You're also not religiously correct in that.
I think it's
in
from
that
the life of
context.
Brian. I think is what this is from. I don't know though. I haven't seen the movie in a while.
All right.
But all right.
Commandments.
It's 10 Commandments of collectibles, which when you think of a game that has collectibles, you're either like, oh, kill me, or you're like, woohoo, more things to do in the game.
I just think about like the little feathers in Assassin's Creed,
Right.
which are impossible.
All right, but when you think of the way a game can do it, they can either make the collectibles like hellishly horrible, where there's like thousands upon thousands of things to find,
And they're hard to find.
Or yes, and they're hard to find, and there's nothing to help find them for you other than like looking up a guide. Or they go the other route where there's like, here, you found a thing. There's 5 more in the game. They're right in the path where you walk. Like, those are like the 2 routes. Okay, so
I hate these articles because I only read the little like the title.
We're gonna discuss these. Okay, so thou shalt make collecting interesting. Which
How do you make it interesting?
that is a tough one because
It's a very tough one.
Most of the time, like sometimes when I think of interesting collectibles, games that have like a backstory behind the game, like Alien games.
Yeah.
Okay. Alien or Predator games have, especially the AVP series, has like the history behind it. Okay. And same with the movies. Then they make the collectibles where they discuss things that happen, like little like things where you read them and you're like, that's cool, that's interesting and stuff. And the same thing is seen in the new Star Wars game, the collectibles.
Yeah.
I mean, the collectibles are really
I
dumb.
think like the forest, the collectibles, like you could beat the game without the collectibles.
Right.
But they added to the story. I think that makes them interesting.
Yeah. A lot of times, if a game doesn't have things that add to the story or add depth to it, then you're just like, why am I gathering these forks in this game? Like, what are they for? Another game that was really good with adding stuff to it was I was just on the tip of my tongue. I might remember in a second. We also have. Number 9, thou shalt make collectibles emit some sort of sonic or visual clue.
Which is what, like, okay, so you had, so
I feel like this is a standard. Like, if you don't do this, why have them?
But like, this was one of the things that I hated about Assassin's Creed was they had the feathers, and like you'd just be running, and then you'd hear it, and then you'd look all over in that area for it.
What happened?
And you couldn't find it, and then
Right.
like you go on a guide, and it was in the building.
I really liked what they did in it was like in Brotherhood they started doing it, where you went into Eagle Vision.
That
and
was
if
the
you
other thing
saw
I hated, though.
It made it yellow and it popped up on your map, and you're like, oh, easy.
But it
So
was
cool.
only there if you were in Eagle Vision. And like if you didn't use Eagle Vision a lot,
Yeah, they were hard to see. Yeah.
they were hard to see. And like so like you had to like use this thing that like unless you were like really good at the game and like, all right, I'm just gonna religiously use Eagle Vision.
Right.
No one would ever find it. I hated that because I didn't use Eagle Vision a lot until that game.
The game that I thought of was Batman Arkham, the Arkham series.
Oh, yeah.
The collectibles in that add so much depth into
would
it,
agree.
especially when in the second game where you have like you're in the whole city and you have everyone
All
playing
right,
it.
what's our next one?
The next one here is thou shalt make it clear if a collectible can't be reached. So
Back to Assassin's Creed.
that makes sense because a lot of times like you can see it and you're like, it's right there, and
right
then you have to
there.
like go around this map, find a hidden door, come out through here, go through a teleporter.
That actually
and then,
reminds
like,
me
jump
of
down.
Ori and the Blind Forest, where like you have to get some of the skills to get to that thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Ori was like
Yeah,
that.
they're just like collectibles that are in plain view, and then you just can't read. They're just like,
Thou shalt give some sort of reward for collecting things.
which I think is also should be a mandatory thing.
I think like achievements for collectibles. That I like that a lot. Like the achievements are directly connected to the.
Yeah, myself being a completionist.
Who is talking in Discord?
Let's murder them. I mean, let's mute him. How can I do that?
Wait,
why am I
what
in
Discord
Discord?
is that? Are you logged into Discord?
I am, and I don't know what that is.
What is Saber? You're still part of the Gamers for Giving one too? What is wrong with you? Just exit out of Discord. Close Discord.
Why wouldn't I be? What do you mean? Why can't I? Okay, hold on.
Go over here to the
That's
tray.
what I was looking for. See, I have my tray in a different spot on my computer, so I was like looking around trying to find it.
Having technical difficulties here.
We need the hang in there image. Except instead of it being like a cat, it's going to be Josh hanging by his toes. All right, so give a reward. Thou shalt make
Yes.
audio logs.
So that shall make audio logs play over gameplay. I think that's a really cool idea when you pick up something and it just starts. They do this in Halo. They do it in
Zelda.
the Alien series. Zelda has what?
What do you
There's
mean?
no audio in Zelda.
Oh, you're talking about like an audio play, like Fallout, where you like find like a tape and you play the
Yeah,
tape.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like Fallout too. Yeah, Borderlands. It was really good with them, even missions and stuff like that. BioShock, yes, thank you, our conspiracy theorist. BioShock's audio logs are fucking dope. Like, that gets you into the game more than the game
I would
itself.
agree. Yeah.
By the way, that's probably the most use my whiteboard has ever had is Tim writing on it.
Right in the center, and like chicken scratch, BioShock.
I bought a whiteboard recently. I've used it more than you've used yours.
So, number 5 is thou shalt be gentle with the fourth wall.
Why? No, don't be gentle with the fourth wall.
It depends on the game. If you have like a satirical game,
Deadpool.
like Borderlands or Deadpool or something like that,
Yeah.
break the shit out of that, okay? But if you're playing like you're in like a really serious game, like
But imagine
like I could not see Legend of Zelda breaking the fourth wall in a collectible game. Like there's no way they would do that.
But, like,
and
think
if
about
they
it, like-
did, people would be like, that's weird.
think about it in Fallout
That's weird.
though. Think about like you're just playing Fallout, and then all of a sudden it's like because it's like it's a separate timeline technically because we didn't drop the bomb on Hiroshima.
Mm-hmm.
Think about like a fourth wall breaking of that where it refers to like something back when we dropped the bomb.
See that's more of like an Easter egg. That'd be something you'd find like where you go in this one part of the of DC or whatever, and during one part of the day you turn on the radio with this one channel and then it says something like Easter eggy. Like I would like that rather than a collectible where you're picking these up and it's talking about like news articles from when we actually bombed like someone.
Yeah, but
or,
I think a
I wouldn't
collectible would be
like that.
cooler. Like you find like a news article that is not from that timeline. I think that'd be cool.
I like if it were like relatable to the game, like what we're talking about where it gives like backstory or something
Yeah.
like that. If it's like outside, if it's breaking the wall of the game and it like the game itself doesn't like permit that with the way the game is played and how serious it is, I don't agree with that.
Conspiracy theorist is writing again.
Infamous, BioShock
BioShock Infinite did break the wall.
Well, that was within themselves. Like they broke themselves into Infinite.
They broke themselves into the wall. Like
Yeah.
they it was weird.
Yeah, that's how Booker DeWitt lost his finger through the wall. Remember that? Yeah. Literally broke the wall.
Thou shalt not require the player to slow down during story segments.
Which is what
I
Assassin's
like
Creed
this
did.
because a lot of times collectibles are like too menacing to where you're just like why am I collecting these? I don't even know what happens in the story. I forgot what happens.
Oh, I love the example. The Alan Wake part where a massive shadow tornado is destroying a bridge, and yet Alan must momentarily stop his panicked flight to double back and grab a coffee thermos. He shall never forget.
So, some of those aren't bad though, because a lot of times if the game's really good, I use Gears of War as this example. If the game is really good, I play Gears of War on the hardest difficulty I can the first time. Then the second time I play through on the easiest difficulty and just go for collectibles. Okay, and then I play through on the insane when it unlocks.
So is this why you're not as bright as some other people because you play the hardest first?
No, I just like
play
the
normal.
challenge.
I play normal and then go to hard.
See, I don't like difficulty settings as a whole. Like I just don't like them at all, especially when they're achievement related because I am like a completionist where I have to beat every single one.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate difficult. So I just rev it up to the hardest one.
Honestly, I would like difficulty settings to be like simulator games where you can like select the difficulties you want. Like
like each thing.
yeah, like racing
That's
games where you
too
can
much.
select each
That
thing and like
takes away because then you're just like boss fights 0 difficulty. Everything else kind of.
well, no, but then you could be like make everything else okay, and then like boss fights 100% difficulty, and make it the
just
most challenging thing
hate
ever.
yourself.
Yeah,
Thou shalt make it easy for players to track their progress. This is huge because a lot of times you're just like, say you have 100 collectibles, okay,
yeah.
and then you're like I should be done. This is the last level, and you find all of them in the last level, and you're like, when I'm missing one.
You know what?
Where's it at?
You know what? Okay, so back to the first one, make it interesting,
Yeah.
and then to this one.
Mhm.
You know what it reminds me of is Kingdom Hearts. if you got Kingdom Hearts and you bought a game guide for Kingdom Hearts,
Yeah.
it came with this giant poster that had stickers, and every time you got like one of the Dalmatians, you'd put the sticker on it. Like you could track the collectibles on your wall with this poster. It was so cool.
That is pretty nifty.
So
I
like
that.
that's something I would like to see with like the Prima strategy guys more.
Yeah.
So that is interesting. I definitely like that.
Guides, lost art. Thou shalt offer some sort of in-game explanation.
Why is this tape here?
Yeah, this kind of goes with like finding more info. Like I'll go back to the Arkham series. They don't like readily explain why you're collecting them, except for the fact that there's like a little mini mission of trying to catch the Riddler. The Riddler is contacting you and saying, if you find these, I'll give you hints to where I'm located or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you find them all, you could, like Batman calls it the polices, and they come in and they arrest him.
Yeah.
One game that does it poorly, I think, is Horizon. I know neither one of you have really played that game, but there's things you can find that they look like some of the creatures, but they're handmade dolls. There's zero explanation other than I think it just tells you can sell them. So it's a pointless collectible that you use up all your inventory slot with that has no reason for being
you're like
there.
holding on to them until the end of the game. You're like,
when I could have sold all these. Yeah, there's no explanation.
It's like the first time you play through Pokemon and you find the nuggets, and you're like, how am I supposed to have these? Do I give them to someone?
Yeah.
Similar to that.
All right, last commandment.
Last commandment. Basically, thou shalt not simply throw a bunch of random shit into thine game to make it seem bigger. This
Stanley
I
Parable?
agree with.
Stanley Parable?
I agree with this. Because
There was like 2 collectibles in Stanley Parable.
2? That's like tiny.
They were thrown in. They were pointless to the game. I mean, the whole game was pointless.
Okay,
but
no. But this is talking about like adding like the first Assassin's Creed game that had like over 400 collectibles.
True.
Okay.
That was obnoxious.
or like what's another game that has way too many collectibles? And you're just like you beat the game and then you're like, but I want to finish. I want to finish everything. I want to see what else this game offers. And you're just collecting collectibles for like twice the amount of time it took you to beat the game. Like,
I think that would be Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts had a lot that were really like
I hate
weird.
That is basically this one command. If you're gonna take anything away from this article, that one right there.
Yeah,
and I
I
think
agree.
that's why they put a 1 and basically next to it.
Basically. Yeah, I think that's a good. I agree with a lot of those things. I like collectibles. I know like a lot of people like just like they ignore them. There's like games like I pick and choose the games that I like with collectibles.
Yeah.
And like if I don't like the game, like if I just want to play through the game and like play something like my favorite parts of the game and don't care about collecting it, I'm just gonna be like, yep, I'm not even worried. But then there's games like Assassin's Creed 4. Like I worked like hardcore. I bought a Prima strategy guide just to get all the collectibles in that game.
Yeah, I agree. I like collectibles too, but only if they're done right.
Yeah.
Because I've played so many games where you're just collecting and you don't know why, and it's got like a random drop percentage too. Those are the worst.
What if there was a game that was just all about collectibles?
just collectibles?
That's
I'm
all it
sure
was.
there is. I'm actually sure
Like
there is.
there's a small story, but like the bulk of the game is like you beat the game once you collect all the things.
All right, jumping into our next article here. Enough about fucking collectibles. Apple gives the MacBook and MacBook Pros a Kaby Lake refresh. Woo!
I have a love-hate with this right now, because my school is giving me a MacBook Pro, and I don't know. They're probably going to give me the newest one, and it's not going to be Kaby Lake, and that makes me kind of sad.
That's the only reason we talked about this article. Thank you guys.
Well,
for
no,
watching.
so this is actually a big thing because it took 3 years for Apple to come out with another MacBook, and
Yeah.
they didn't update the hardware those 3 years. So then they came out with a new MacBook, and the fact that they're actually doing a Kaby Lake refresh bodes pretty well. But it tells the story of like Apple is trying to compete with Windows with PC still.
It has
and
one
PC
port.
is, yeah, it has all USB-C ports.
But it's silver, so buy it.
It's nice. Anyways, I think that Apple is faltering with the loss of the industrialist Steve Jobs. But they're doing well.
Like he's like part of the Carnegie family or something.
Steve Jobs was like an industry leader in
Oh yeah, no, I
Silicon
don't
Valley.
doubt. It's just I don't know. They're just like they're kind of mimicking like you know how everyone when I went to college I noticed either everyone had an Apple
Yeah.
product and you were just like, hey, get that away from me, or everyone had something that was a newer, like HP or Toshiba, that was literally a mimic of Apple, and I was like, ew, don't touch me with those. And then now they're doing the opposite because Apple's kind of falling down.
Well, yeah, because with the Surface Pro, which is a way better tablet than the iPad Pro, you see a lot more people going in that route, more creators going that route than going the iPad Pro. Because you can draw on the screen, because you can do these things, designers want it. The MacBook Pro still don't have touchscreens. They have a touch bar. Yeah, they don't have touchscreens.
Maybe that's their Super Retina screen or whatever.
The Super Retina screen is beautiful.
It does not allow touchscreen. Like, they don't have enough room in there to add the touchscreen in.
Like, okay, so here's the thing about Retina.
Look really nice, but
Retina looks so beautiful, is like you don't want to touch it. So
maybe that's what they're gonna stick with.
But them updating it makes me think that okay, they're gonna stay on par this time. They're gonna make a decent thing. They're gonna be better for content creation than they were. I know a lot of people were really upset with the latest iteration of the MacBook Pro because it wasn't as good in content creation. It wasn't worth that $1,200 price tag.
Right.
So now that like
I mean, if you're someone like me that doesn't delve into knowing anything about Apple very much, which I mean I could probably say the same for most of people. The thing I take away from Apple is like everything looks and sounds good on them, and they last for a long time.
Oh, yeah. It's like buying a Toyota.
It's just, the only thing I don't like about them, really, is the compatibility. Like, if you use everything Apple in your household, by all means, get it.
Exactly.
But, like, most people don't do that. That's not a normal thing.
I agree. And, like, I've used Mac before, and the software runs smoother than Windows.
Yeah, but it's because they have, like, they, like, keep everything open all the time, but, like, sleep.
Yeah, but when you're neurotic like
weird.
me, and you're constantly like every week you're clearing your registry, every week you're doing maintenance on your computer. It doesn't really matter.
Or you're like me and you're just clearing your internet history every couple hours. Is that not normal?
It's normal for people like you.
but yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. It's like all the articles that we've been talking about with AMD, where they're just we're interested to see where it's going.
Exactly. I'm excited.
Even if we don't like AMD or Apple, we're interested to see where it's going. I'm
excited to see where it's going because I'm going to be getting one of these devices. Whereas I would personally rather buy like an MSI slimming like gaming laptop for content creation on the go. So. But yeah, so that's been our show today. Thank you guys for coming out and watching.
Yep. Remember to
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share it up. Join the conversation in the comments below.
If you guys like us doing it with this nice, pretty green background and our conspiracy theorist and our tech guy running the show, making it better for us, let us know. Go in the comments. Talk about it.
Thank you guys for watching. We are The Update, and we are out.
Here we go.